is in session.
Toss the minions, look for spells. Found some beautiful spells here. Pretty sure blooming out the bird isn't great here. I'm gonna hold the bloom again. It feels like if I play it here, it's just not a great curve. But I can go Firebird into Amalgam, into bloom something out. Could also just play an Oasis Surger this turn, but then I'm on 3 mana next turn, so probably not. Breath of Dream's hero power looks pretty decent. Need 6 more for strength in numbers. Let's just bloom out a Firebird here, and then I can play Amalgam next turn. This Firebird does 10 damage a turn, so it's pretty scary. You might have to play like a base Cascading Disaster here or something. Oh, there's a Wriggling Horror in my opponent's deck. Okay. Makes sense. Hit a rush minion, apparently. Let's go, Crab Rider. That's a lot of 3/3s for turn 6. He still has to trade all of them into my board, though. Jeez. Well, I think Emerald Explorer is fine here. Ysera is usually a pretty insane pick. So yeah, the Dreaming Drake transforms here, which loses its buff, but it also loses its mana increase, so it's still a benefit. Play this next turn with Ysera, maybe. I do leave myself a little bit open to Plague of Flames here, but I have a good reload. I can actually just play N'Zoth instead of Ysera. It gets back Amalgam, Elemental, and Dragon. And Murloc. So N'Zoth only really gets better from second Amalgam and or Twilight Runner. Let's just go ahead and play it. I did low roll on the Elemental, but it's not a big deal. I think if he's dealing with this board, he would have dealt with a fantastic Firebird anyway. The good old Twisting Nether Wriggling Horror deck. All I had to do was wait a turn. I don't actually know if I want to pouch for Embiggen here, but I guess I will. A bit of a whiff, unfortunately. But yeah, like, Embiggen was pretty good because, like, I have Ysera, so I don't necessarily have to draw a threat next turn anyway. And I have Twilight Runner to hit threats as well. So I didn't need the resizing pouch to be a threat. Why not? Let's play the Crab Rider. You do love to see a half Galakrond. He got decent demons, though. Good start to the turn. Not so good start to the turn. Hero power does not look important here. Chef Nomi. I have 13 non-portal cards I would have to draw through. I have a Breath, a Strength in Numbers, and a Twilight Runner. And 2 Overgrowths. Not actually that hard to draw my whole deck this game. And the other 2 7-drops are pretty bad. I don't know about this super greedy Nomi take. But he probably has another Cascading Disaster, another Plague of Flames. Probably not another Nether, but maybe a Yashiraj for more disasters. He definitely could just run me out of threats this game. And that card helps me with Nomi. Milled 2 portals. Okay, that one's good. I probably shouldn't have played that Breath, actually. Because I want a hero power. Now I can't play a 4-4. Maybe it wasn't good to play a 4-4 this turn anyway, though. Since I'm not close to killing him at all, I'm just going to trade Ysera into a 1-1 because of Plague of Flames. Alright, so the Nightmare here is Yashiraj, of course. He gets a Cascading Disaster as well as killing 5 more of my cards. But... well, no but really, that would be pretty terrible. Definitely seems like you kill the 6-6 with the 5-6 in play. Twilight Runner. So let's see, Ysera is trading into the 9-3, my other 2 minions are trading into the 5-6, I hero power the 2-1. So I can either play 2 4-4s or a Twilight Runner. Twilight Runner gets me to Nomi faster. 4-4s are more minions, but the Twilight Runner has a lot of stats. It's also just kind of good to draw my deck before he plays Yashiraj, so I can get some value out of it. I think I like Twilight Runner.
So many contradictions.
many cards does he even have in deck? 7? Ignoring the soul fragments? So yeah, that Yashiraja is getting close. What is this? Shadow Flame? Well, no, he didn't need to put those on 5. Deathwing. Okay, or 2/3. 2/3 is good too. Okay, 2/2/3s. Beautiful. Absolutely excellent. Let's see. I only have 5 cards in deck. I feel like I'm kinda committed to Nomi being my win condition this game. So like maybe I just trade here instead of trying to go face with it. Then these 5/5s clean these up. This is a lot of stuff to commit into the board, but like I really want him to be playing his board clears before I play Nomi. So like if this board looks juicy enough to get a second Twisting Nether out of him, then I'm pretty happy. Not that I expect second Twisting Nether to necessarily be in the deck, but the other 2 board clears are pretty comparable. I think I'm pretty happy for him to be drawing random prime minions instead of Yashiraj.
We must stop this corruption.
Ysera is big value. I don't think Onyxia is ever going to get a board clear out of him. I don't know, maybe it's just better though. Like, what is Ysera hitting that's good?
So many contradictions.
Onyxia is just bigger. She does twice as much every turn.
Let's get her.
Hold back on the strength in numbers in order to confuse the opponent. Maybe he thinks it's a real card.
Servants of the Black Harvest!
My cards are low. How strange.
Well, I think this goes in here. Pressure his face a little bit. Oh, he's been holding the Yashiraj. Well, I think if he was holding Yashiraj for that long, he probably would have played the other Cascading Disaster before playing it if he had it.
My trove of cards is gone.
Basically, I don't know, maybe Nomi's good here. I only need 4 of these to live, so he does need relevant cards in hand. I don't think this is good enough. Wow, I won this game. That was all thanks to resizing pouch.
Party's in session.
I'm pretty sure I don't keep Bloom. I have like 6 or 8 draws that are just straight up better than Bloom. Overgrowth is probably one of them, but Rogue is scary. There's a good chance I'll be hero powering again next turn, so let's go ahead and hit the cat. Okay. So, I think I'm pretty happy to see this be a Galakrond deck. Those do tend to be a bit slower, which gives me more time to do all the nonsense my deck is designed to do. I think I just hero power pass here. Crab Rider unfortunately doesn't trade well here, and I can probably find a spot to play it later. Alright, let's go Overgrowth here, and the next turn is Amalgam Dreaming Drake.
Choose soon.
Does Lightning Bloom change anything here? I feel like it does not. Ambush. There's no real way for me to kill that, is there? Well, I guess I can bloom out Oasis Surger. And then I'd still have mana to play Emerald Explorer next turn. This seems good.
I will act as your scale.
Well, the plan this turn was Emerald Explorer. But maybe like a 5/5 Oasis Surger is better here? Could also go like Broomstick Dreaming Drake. I don't think that's really that good though. Probably just a 5/5 Oasis Surger. This card tends to be pretty bad when it's not buffed. So if there's a good spot to play it, it's probably the right play. Well, this 3/1 handles ambush number 2 really well. Enough so that I should probably not expect this to be ambush number 2. Let's go ahead and play the Twilight Runner and see what happens though. Nothing happens, as expected. I could play the Broomstick here to guarantee 2 cards out of the Twilight Runner, but I feel like the Twilight Runner against Rogue is pretty much always getting the 2 cards.
So many contradictions.
I could be concerned about Plagiarize here though and not play the Dreaming Drake.
Sands of time run low.
Wow, it's actually Bamboozle.
Right to the chase.
Okay. Well, knowing it was Bamboozle, Dreaming Drake would have been way better, but I haven't seen someone put Bamboozle in their deck for like a year, so reasonable of me to not play around it, I think.
How about a new life? How about a new life?
So you gonna taunt the other one as well? He is really scared of dying.
Wings of evil.
Well, if he's scared of dying, maybe I should hit him for 5 here. Hero Power is probably better than Breath of Dreams here. If he had life to use the weapon into this 5-2, maybe I make this trade here. But, like, he can't deal with the 5-2, so there's no reason to do that, I think. Okay. He can, like, coin Eviscerate on my Twilight Runner, I guess. Backstab. Sure.
We must stop this corruption.
He has 4 power in play, so Evasive Fey Wing doesn't avoid, like, a sap play or something. Let's just take a nice fat Proto Drake for next turn.
I never lie, but I never tell the truth.
This is definitely not the card I wanted to see. There is still just a pretty good chance he's dead here, though. He has to stop both. He has to stop all 3 attacks from my minions. Those are interesting attacks. Check for Noble Sack. And Misdirection. Dead.